You know those... Ah, the Caribbean. A lush and untamed land. My new home. Beautiful and full of promise. A new beginning far from the politics of the old world. A chance to start fresh and do things my way.
Welcome to the Caribbean. Greeting. His Majesty needs money to build a new underwater palace. He wants you to be... His Royal Majesty has instructed.
Technological progress is the path to...
We are the shadows that move the world. We rule in...
His Majesty has commissioned the finest architects to design.
Being able to stand on your own. I understand you are still...
Your family's rather rollicking love life has led to an unexpected pregnancy.
The burden of ruling twists our perception.
I say, being a crown colony is a kind of competition. One...
Our land is untamed and wild.
As the air was born, all animals became quiet. A light shone through the skies, and La Chupacabra herself went to the crib and bowed to the infant. At least, that is what we will write in the history books.
His Royal Majesty has
I see the houses are ready. Unfortunately, the islands of Puerto Coco and Isla Rojo have kidnapped the managers intended for you.
Our research team.
in a flash of brilliance.
Listen very carefully. I shall say this only once. I... Listen very carefully.
We are the shadow. Being able to
Our
stand.
land is
In a flash of brilliance. His Royal Majesty has instructed me to present you with this letter of common...
Great news! While searching through the crate...
Thanks to your efforts, the revolution...
I am afraid that your colony is still doing rather poorly. His Majesty's plans have been...
Great news! We found out how to use the muskets the Crown sent us. Apparently, all you have to do is pull the trigger. Our research was seriously hindered until we discovered you should not look into the barrel when pulling the trigger. We lost a lot of good men that way. Someone stole my manuscript, and...
His Royal Majesty has instructed...
We are one step closer to develop...
I sat with 3 other members of the research team. Suddenly, it dawned on us. We're 4 men. You get it? 4 men?
Construction of His Majesty's underwater palace has begun. The Crown requires a great many tons of your...
Presidente, after... Presidente, my God. I am back in the game. We just discovered it.
Thanks to your efforts, the rebel...
The sea is too crowded. It is full of lost cities.
Disaster. The revolution. The best way to insult the king would be... Oh, I am the very model of a modern major general.
Many people are ready to give their life.
Congratulations, Governor. Witness the power of this fully armed and operational revolution.
We have invented red tape.
Independence must be thanks to your efforts.
Presidente. Woo!
Jolly good, old chap. You've given His Majesty's subject...
Thanks to your efforts, they were...
We, the leaders of the...
I found this book in your office, Governor.
Hi there, can you hear me now? This is Forgotton, by the way. Lord of the Noob. Can you hear me?
Thanks to your efforts.
Okay, who's this? This is on PS4.
It is the right, nay the duty of every freeborn...
It's a good game. I basically already won this first mission, but I'm dragging it out because I've got 6 years and a month, well, 6 years left on my mandate. And the more you can build, the better setup you'll be with later. Sorry, I was talking for this whole time, but I forgot I just changed out my hard drive, and so I didn't have it set up so that people could hear me yet. So that's why I blue screened you there. I'm gonna guess that's Baron.
His Royal Majesty would like to know more.
Someone must really hate him.
Wow. 4.
The tornado outbreak is...
The expedition has made a wonderful discovery, a peculiar, wide-eared marsupial. What shall we name it?
We, the people of Tropico, demand the right to bear rams.
Yep, so even though it's late, I guess I'll redo my intro. Hello, YouTubers. This is Forgotton here. Just going through and showing you how to beat one of the first levels. And I will continue the save and let you see my progress through the storyline. I can get pretty far in the storyline. I haven't actually fully beaten it yet. There's a mission later on that kind of gives me a little bit of trouble. But yeah, so one of the reasons I haven't declared independence yet is because the longer you can stay in colonial times, the more colonial buildings that you'll have for tourism later. And so yeah, as you can see, my approval ratings are really high. Pretty easy to do once you just build in a kind of a pattern. And basically this pattern I have going here with the buildings will just continue out down to there, and right about here usually I start hitting bigger building types, and then I change it up a bit, and over here is where I usually do my tourism on this island. And yes, I've made it off this island, and off the next island, and off the next island, but yeah. Well, I had to reinstall my hard drive today. Well, I put in a new one, so I have a 3 terabit hard drive. And so I'm just going through and playing all the other games that I had been playing and kind of rebuilding my saves. And I do actually enjoy this game, so. I have a wife. And if you know so much about me, well, then you would have already known that. Okay. And would she know who you are by name? If you can find my Twitch channel, you can actually find a picture of me. A picture of me with my wife. Through there. Well, almost time to end this mission. Just get the last few buildings in. Let it build up money, actually. You can only stream to one or the other at the time, YouTube or Twitch through PlayStation. I might be able to get around this with the capture card I have, but I haven't fully set it up and played with it. But it's Forgotton 77. Because through there, if you click on the right link, you can actually get to my Facebook page, which has like nothing on it. And then, yeah. I don't think if you're on the PlayStation that it actually shows you all the little things I have there, so you might have to be sure to do it on a phone or a PlayStation or a computer to get to it, unfortunately. I'm actually kind of surprised this saved my connection information even through a new hard drive and reinstall the PlayStation system. You're spelling it wrong. Forgotton. As it has been for many, many, many years. And yes, I know it's not forgotten. It's just a name. It can be whatever I want. And it's got personal meaning to me. Now I'll get one more mandate extension once I drop down to half a year left on my mandate. That'll give me 6 more months, and then I'll go ahead and declare independence. I'm just going to let the money build up so that I start out with a green register on the next area. Yes, in a lot of ways it is, but the combat has less, it's less involved in the combat
Thanks to your
system.
efforts,
It's
the
kinda
revolutionary
automatic.
movement is...
And I will end up having to build some more defense stuff around these buildings over here at some point. I just haven't gotten around to it yet, even though I could do it now. So it's not as big on the combat. Even in the multiplayer, you can't really attack other people in any kind of sensible way other than, say, you'll target this kind of building. And then they'll go and randomly attack whatever it is they choose. It's more like SimCity. It does have some combat in it though, like I said, and it's not a bad game overall. I really enjoy this game. Some of the later missions are pretty difficult, and it's kind of glitchy on the way it does money in between levels, as I'll show you here in a minute. You see how I'm at a positive number here. When I go ahead and declare independence and win the round, and then come back to this island later, it'll show me on which menu? No, not that one. There it is. On this menu, my balance sheet will show a positive of whatever number my treasury was per month, but I won't actually be earning that per month. And eventually the money can kind of get screwed up if you don't get far enough ahead with tourism and everything else to support the number of people you build up. As you see, I got like one shack here, so we'll take a look and see how I'm doing according to my people. So, no one's unemployed, 8 open jobs, pretty even there. There's 25 families homeless, so they'll want me to build several houses, and that should be enough for 25 right there. See, because each pet provides for 4, and even though you build enough houses for everyone, they don't always tend to move in for some reason. It's kind of weird the way that works.
His most gracious majesty.
Alright, so there's my last mandate extension. I'll wait till I'm down to about 6 months, and then I'll tell the crown to fuck off, and yeah. Oh, new mission.
Comrade Governor, the more thanks to
Already
your
got it.
efforts.
Another new
Comrade
mission.
Governor, we need to win.
Okay, let's see what kind of managers we got.
Thanks to your efforts.
And I was initially basically doing this stream as kind of a tutorage on how to beat the first level in a
Presidente, I'm shaking.
in a
You're
pretty
shaking.
good state for the next mission.
The earthquake is over.
A lot of people say, oh, the boats, they get all jumbled up and everything, but it's kind of automatic when they come and go. And it doesn't really affect when you get your money, truthfully. I played it where I had them all spread out, and I played it where I had them all together. And it may look like it affects you, like that one stopped and that one stopped there for a moment. But that couple second delay doesn't, especially when they're outgoing, doesn't really affect you.
His Majesty's Jubilee is approaching. Present him with an
wow.
expensive
Another
gift,
mandate extension.
and he may.
Sure. Just because I earn more than 10,000 in 6 months.
Workers of Tropico, unite!
We'll see if I can get out that milk in time. And I don't, another thing I do that's maybe considered a little different is I do not go in and build on my, on the mines until much later in the campaign, so that I could save the total sum resources on the island for later. I mean, if they demand I export gold or something, then I'll build one, let it export, and then demolish it. But otherwise, I don't do any mining. I don't usually do any logging camps either early on, because you can't get the upgrade yet on it. So, but yeah, I did the logging camp this time. I'm not sure why, but I did.
Presidente. Woo!
His Majesty is most amused.
So here you'll see the combat. Those are Imperial troops coming in. My guard towers and my forts are enough to take them out. And it's all automatic. Another thing you can do that's kind of a glitch, we'll see if it's still possible. The second this comes up, pause the game, okay? You've already won the mission, so you can go L2 or L2 and X and set the next level of your research and such. So, what? Embassy, Constitution, Army Base, Steel Mill, Dry Dock, Military Skills, Power Plant, Customs, Bank. Alright, and so that'll be already set to research, and I can get some of that research done. But the big thing is I can go in and do all these upgrades now with the money I stocked up for the next era, so I don't have to worry about it later. Kind of a glitch in the game that you can do. And that'll help your income level for the next area quite a bit. Alright. Now we'll let it play. All the roads turn to actual roads instead of dirt paths. And the mission will end here in a moment. And I'm back positive money again.
In a heated debate, the communists and the capitalists argued whether the island's ROM should be distributed among the thirsty according to their needs or be sold on the free market.
Welcome, brother. Today, you and your family join a select few who have taken upon themselves the burden of governing the world.
Alright, so that's the first level. And I built a lot more than I needed to build there, and stayed as long as was possible. And now it takes me to Island 2, and this one's going to have to be a military base for a later mission. So, when you're setting it up, it's best to plan for that.
At last, some recognition. I've always wanted to be part of a secret fraternity bent on world domination. They even got me appointed governor of a new island just to show what they can do. Now it is time for the hazing rituals, I guess. My new brethren want me to befriend the U.S. President. The Order wants to spread its influence throughout the Americas.
Did you find me on Twitch and
I
find my
am the one
picture?
to do it. Making friends with the Yankees is not my forte, but I'm sure I will master this skill in no time.
Welcome to your new island, my apprentice.
Greetings, old chap. Have...
If you scroll down, there should be a tile that you can click on that talks about medical expenses or whatever, that I made as kind of a test, and through there you can get to my picture, or you should be able to. I'll check it later in either case.
His Majesty has come up with them.
No, it's so that I could buy a home one day. I have money that I owe doctors and stuff, and the settlements that I got from my injuries, well, that'll end up going to paying off those, unless I found another way. I mean, I wasn't really expecting it to go anywhere. I mean, I may end up with one anyways at some point of my own, but it's so that we could own a home. It's not because we're homeless or anything. Because it's fucking with my credit right now. And it was just something I figured, hey, I'd never done anything like that. I've heard of crowdsourcing, so I figured I'd give it a try. It didn't go anywhere. I didn't really expect it to. But it's a way you could get to it. The picture. I'm on cattle, right? Yeah. No, we rent. Right now we're fortunate to rent where we do. I had, I was injured on the job lifting boxes and stuff for Borders Books, or Day by Day Calendar Co., which is one of their extensions. And I have degenerative disc disease, multi-level, and just a huge list of medical issues. I mean, it's really a long list. Wow, did they change the setup inside? Could have sworn I used to be able to set up 3. It's weird. Oh, there it is. Okay. No, Lamb also broadcasts to the game. We have one broadcast from Smile Much, who is actually the owner of the corporation whose tax ID we put in. Then we also have Baron Dark has streamed a few games of the Division. Then we have Nogari no Jew, who we call Jew, who's also streams to our channel. Whole bunch of people. Leisure Boy, if his internet worked better, he's tried to get up a few streams. We're a whole community of gamers who play together and everything. And a lot of us stream. You'll hear many of us talking in the different videos because we all share our voice. We have some funny conversations. You can hear a lot of us if you go through the Comedy Gold playlist. Some of our funny antics and joking around. Some of it's racist, but we're not really serious about it or anything like that. It's just joking around. And just so you know, Nagari no Ju, which is Japanese, and the name Ju is chosen for himself. In Japanese, Ju actually means gun. So anytime we talk about like throwing them down the Jew hole or anything like that, we're talking about guns. It's kind of interesting. Little known fact. Though Penguin, me, and Lamb generally stream the most. And we tend to label them by the person. If you go into the playlist, you can see the different people listed out there.
Our research team, that is to...
His Royal Majesty has it.
Our land is untamed and wild.
Penguin's been streaming the most lately, just because I kind of took a break from it and had to put a new hard drive in my PlayStation, so I kind of stopped streaming for a few days, and Lamb's been streaming to his Twitch channel, and we had him do that instead, and we're going to upload a lot of his videos from Twitch to YouTube.
Great news! While searching through the crates of colony supplies, we found a sickle! Now we have...
Mainly because his videos can be a little bit longer for the most part, and we were having him build up kind of a stockpile so that we can make sure we always have a video to upload every day. We're trying to stick to that.
Your family's rather
thing.
rollicking love life has led...
I may have screwed up. Oh well.
Stage 1 of his Majesty.
Sugar, banana, corn, pineapple.
Governor, Tropico's economic performance...
The fastest way to bond with someone is to...
Okay.
Great news! We found out...
Now for this mission, you can make it go on for a really, really long
Sir,
time.
the Crown has decided to impose a realism.
Just by not completing one of the wagers for a long time. It's usually best to complete it at some point later on. Usually I do the logging and mining because I don't like building mines or logging camps before I have the upgrade.
Freedom will never simply be given thanks to your efforts.
Okay. What was it I needed?
Okay, you got my...
mission.
As the heir was born, all animals became quiet. A light shone through the skies, and La Chupacabra herself went to the crib. We just discovered the nut.
So, anything else you'd like to know?
Someone stole my manuscript and published.
Our soldiers may be few in number.
Anyone can try to grow something. Try making...
His Royal Majesty has in...
Okay, you proved me wrong. I'll give you that.
Sir, the Crown introduced budget.
It has come to the Order's attention that the favor of the Crown has shifted away from you.
Presidente, after suffering 1,000...
There is a way around the real estate tax.
Throwing some cheap exports on the crop market?
In a flash of brilliance, his...
I sat with 3 other members of the research team. Suddenly, it dawned on us.
His Royal Majesty...
Presidente, I'm shaking. The earthquake is over. We made it.
His Majesty's plans have been hindered by supply shortages.
So, I guess you know enough about me. So where do you know Miss Aubrey from? Or Future Bear Poop, as we call her jokingly. Because she likes to go under the handle Penguin Studios. Penguins are Future Bear Poop.
Well done. Congratulations. Well, what do you know? I like to be proven wrong.
We have invented red tape.
His Majesty's plans have been...
thanks to your efforts.
Well, I played it last night. If you'd like, I could switch over to playing that for a while. Though I usually mainly play the dwarf on it. If that's what interests you, I'd be happy to show you. Most people don't like the dwarf, but I like trolling people with turrets, so. I was just kind of going through some of the games that I've reinstalled and gonna do broadcasts of a bunch of different ones. Over the next few days. So, is that a request for me to play Overwatch then?
His Royal Majesty would like to know more about your island.
Yeah, I should have checked it.
We,
Oh.
the leaders of the Tropican nation, in our...
I don't mind. I mean, you've been on the stream for a while, you've been watching, you've been talking to me, and that helps out Smile Games as a whole, and Miss Penguin, who you seem to know, so, yep. If you'd like to see it, I'd be happy to. Usually, I prefer playing Mercy, Reinhardt, or of course, the Dwarf. Usually only the Dwarf, though. And you can see here for people who join in later.
The expedition has made a wonderful discovery,
my troops were here. I told them to go over here, and because it was a long way around, they teleported over the mountain and unlocked all of this area over here, and now on the way back they'll unlock all this area. Yeah, it's not really moving the way I thought it would on that one. I walk with a cane, and not well, far, or, yeah. I have used a wheelchair from time to time if we're going someplace where, if the wife and I are going someplace where it would require a lot of
We,
walking.
the people of Tropico, demand the right to bear rams. Wait, that's not right.
And I can't tolerate sitting on most surfaces. Right now I'm kind of laying down on a couch covered in pillows.
Presidente. Woo! I'm kidding. Presidente. Woo! I'm getting ahead of myself.
Alright, it's about time to end this mission. So let's go ahead and build a logging camp. The wife is able-bodied. She has 3 jobs at the moment for the Oakland Athletics, the Raiders, and the Warriors. And yes, she does a lot for me. Thankfully, my thumbs still work. Otherwise, I would have gone out of my mind.
His
from sheer
Royal
boredom.
Majesty has...
We shall defend our island.
No, I am not working at the moment. I haven't worked in about 7 years now. I actually go in later Wednesday to the courts for what hopefully should be the final installment of my going for SSDI. Most of that time was spent on workman's comp while they were finding out exactly what was wrong with me and apportioning it out to what the company was responsible for, etc. That took 6 years. I've been doing the SSDI for a little over a year and about to go for our second court case on that. First one was just the doctors saying, oh, we want to have them examined by our doctors instead of the workman's comp doctors. So I went and did that, and I go back again for the second time, and my attorney assures me that with everything that's going on in my case that I should be
We've
approved.
been feeding our
Hopefully
foes
this
literally tons
visit.
of food, yet they haven't gained any weight. His
So a lot of that time, the wife supported me, though I was receiving workman's comp and everything else.
Thanks to your efforts,
Until about a
the
year ago,
revolutionary movement is growing stronger.
when that stopped and they started looking at settling and trying to minimize how much they would end up owing me. And so now the next thing is just waiting on SSDI to be approved. It's a long process. Oh, no worries. I wasn't asking you to do anything. Like I said, even in the thing, if you never try, you never know. I didn't expect really anything to come of it. And, yeah, so everyone's got their issues. It's just the way the world is.
Thanks to your efforts, the
After this level, I'll go ahead and save and switch to Overwatch for you, if you like. I could end it now by doing that, but I'm trying to see if I can squeeze in the last few missions there and end it the other way. We got 1 year and 2 months left, so it'll go pretty quick. I'll get one more mandate extension, I believe.
Our army is ready to defend Tropico. Time to put it to the test.
So,
I know.
which insults
Let's pick
should I
a fight
use?
with the pirates.
Well, after 6 years of going to the doctors and everything else, I don't think there's much they can really do for me at this point. Yeah, so it's degenerative, so it's just gonna keep getting worse. There's a lot more on the list, but yeah, that's the really big thing. One, two, three. Which insult would you like? Don't worry about it, man. It's just the way of life. I mean, I did what I had to do throughout my life. Worked a lot of different jobs all over the country. I've been a pressure washer. I've been a computer repair person. I've been a sales. I've done a lot. It's so. The pirates are attacking that building, but they won't make it there. I might not make it on my thing at 9 months. I'll get one more extension. Automatically at 6 months.
His
Forgive
Majesty's plan didn't work quite as expected.
I made it. Alright, so I still have one more mandate extension. So hopefully I should make that mining and logging before I'm done here. 10,000 to go with just this one building doing it. You know what? Actually, I think I'll speed that up a little. I will build one mine.
His Majesty is furious.
Oh, nice. That was a mandate update I was not expecting.
Throwing some
There is a way.
Yeah, it was 6 years and $100,000 in medical bills that was paid for by the insurance company, and then there was $20,000 that's on me, and I have enough to pay that from the settlement, but I was hoping to use the settlement money to end up buying a house and just set the wife and I up. So we're not really bad off, especially with her working. It was just, I figured, what the hell, might as well give it a try. But it had the side benefit of it wanted a picture of me for that thing, so I put our wedding photo up there from many years ago. And I figured if this Smile Games thing actually took off, who knows, maybe one day I would have enough money through it.
The
So
Tropican soldier is
that's
brave.
kind of one of the reasons why we did it.
The Tropican
We
soldier
figured
is proud.
the Smile
The
Games
Tropican
could
soldier
help
is ready to
all
die
of
for
our
our
different
homeland.
broadcasters.
The Tropican...
At some point. Nagari no Jew would like to become a big YouTuber, but he's planning to go military, so it's kind of helping him out. Miss Penguin is young and kind of just ended up with us in gaming, so she said she'd help out, was interested in it, and she was already broadcasting, so I had never really done any of this whole broadcasting thing before, but I had the equipment to do it, so what the heck. It's gonna be close. I'll get one more 12-month extension automatically when I hit 6 months.
Presidente, my career as a weatherman is over.
Man, I've been getting a lot of tornadoes.
I am back in the game. I can now.
Didn't destroy anything. Nice. Did I already get my 6-month mandated extension?
His most
No,
gracious.
there it is. Okay, 12 months. So I have 12 months to sell 3,000 in mining and logging. You know what? I think I need to speed that up a little bit. Oh well, I will need iron and coal later, so let's go ahead and set those up now, I guess.
I can almost smell the revolution.
Disaster. The revolutionaries are demanding that you insult the king.
Yeah, I might, but I looked into the whole Twitch thing, and for Twitch to partner with you, they want you to have 15,000 views per video on average. And it's unlikely that would ever lead anywhere. Also, on Twitch, the Twitch streaming tends to actually draw in even more trollers than anything else, and the trollers actually become quite a nuisance, and it's not really worth it in many ways. In addition, I couldn't figure out a way where we could, all of us in the community...
It has been decided that an insulting letter is the best way to get our...
The king wants me to tell you that he is obliged to punish you for your words, even if they are true.
We couldn't figure out a way that you could do like we're doing with YouTube, having a whole ton of people broadcasting on the same channel. So, yeah. I mean, I'm sure there's a way, but I just didn't figure it out, so, and I had figured it out for YouTube, so...
Things do not look well for you, old chap. His...
And Lamb is still broadcasting on Twitch, and since he does transfer videos to YouTube, in fact, I need to do that sometime later today. Transfer some of his videos over from his Twitch to our YouTube. It's going to be close. I got 1,600 mining and logging left to export, and 2 months, because... Well, I guess I can let it drop down to about 3 months. We'll see if I can do it in 3 months.
His Majesty's Jubilee is approaching. Present him with an
Okay, man, congratulations.
Yeah, I did it.
Well, you don't really
military fort, which is what I wanted. Which will go right up here. Help defend that stuff. And when that's built, it'll win that. And then... I'll go ahead and end this and switch over to some Overwatch, since you seem to express
It's high time that I left for the U.S., buddy.
Oh, the mission ended with me still as a province of England. Nice. Alright, so we'll go ahead and save game. And that's the first 2 levels beaten. First try, straight through, live streamed. Hope you enjoyed, YouTubers. And Lord of the Noob, I'll go ahead and switch over to Overwatch for you. Alright? Unless there's a different game you'd like to see. I have quite a few. Mainly thanks to Smile Much. Wait for one last response here before I close it out. Type quickly, please. Well, Lapse time 2 hours 16 minutes 33 seconds. I'll give you to 2. Did you want to see Overwatch or a different game? I have a lot of different games. I think I have about 50 of my games reinstalled already. Alright, go ahead and switch to that. Thanks for joining, YouTubers.